Hi students, how are you all? Okay, we'll continue your class. Social science book, open page number 263. Okay, page number 263. Yesterday we have completed half of the lesson. Is another state government lesson. We have completed most of the parts. So today we are going to start from the state legislature. Okay, yesterday we have seen the governor, chief minister and their appointments, and their powers and functions you have learned. So today we are going to learn about the state legislature. Okay, the state legislature, this is the second branch of the state government. Okay, that is state legislature. In that there are two houses are there, is an upper house and lower house. Okay, legislative council and legislative assembly. So in our state there are 28 states are there, we have seen already in the last class. So in many states they follow the unicameral legislature, and some states they follow the bicameral legislature. Okay, so the unicameral legislature means only one house will be there in the legislative assembly. Okay, so but in the bicameral legislature means both houses will be there. Got it? Upper house as well as lower house. Okay, that is only given. You see there, the constitution provides a legislature for every state. Most of the states have only unicameral legislature, legislative assembly. Some states has bicameral legislature. Some states are given as now. The lower house, legislative assembly, represent the people of the state. The upper house. Okay. Then the legislative council represent special interest like teachers, graduates and local governments. So the lower house, legislative assembly, represent the people of the state. Got it? And legislative council represent the special interest like teachers, graduates and local governments. These all will come under the legislative council, and all the people will come under the lower house, which is called the legislative assembly. The legislative assembly, which is called the lower house, the legislative assembly is a popular house because under this house the people comes, and it is the real center of the power in the state. It consists of members directly elected by the people on the basis of adult franchise. So adult franchise means the 18 years above, those who are the vote, the people they can put vote, okay, above 18 years. That is called the adult franchise. Okay, so all the members are selected by the people directly. Got it? The strength of the assembly varies from state to state depending on the population. However, the maximum strength of the assembly must not exceed 500 or its minimum strength not to be below 60. So the population is high, the members will be 500. Okay, in lower house. If the population is very less, the members will be not less than 60. Okay, so the term of office of the legislative assembly is 5 years. Okay, and the size of the legislative council cannot be more than 1/3 of the membership of the legislative assembly of the state, but its size cannot be less than 40. So at least 60 members should be there, and maximum only 500 members only should be there in the lower house. Got it? Then composition. Composition. The legislative assembly of Tamil Nadu consists of 235 members. So the lower house, how many members are there in Tamil Nadu? 235. Okay, out of which 234 are selected by the people directly. Got it? Only one member nominated by the governor from the Anglo-Indian community. Did you understand? There are 235 members are there in the lower Sabha. Okay, the Lok Sabha, which is called the lower house. So in those members, 234 members, among 235, 234 members are elected by the people, and one is elected by the governor, that also Anglo-Indian community. Okay. Then cabinet and cabinet committees. A smaller body called cabinet is the nucleus of the council of minister, அமைச்சரவை குழு. It consists of only the cabinet ministers. Council of minister is separate and the cabinet ministers are separate. Okay, it is the real center of authority in the state government. The council of ministers are there, yes or no? So they'll make the cabinet committees. Okay, and the cabinet works through various committees called cabinet committees. They are two types, standing and hoc. The former or a permanent nature while the latter or a temporary nature. And the next one is speaker. The speaker, the legislative assembly elects two of its members as the speaker and deputy speaker. Legislative assembly la vandu rendu member vandu select பண்ணாங்க, ஒருத்தர் speaker ஒருத்தர் deputy speaker. The speaker may be removed from office by a resolution of the assembly after giving a 14 days notice. Such a resolution must be passed by a majority of the members present at the time of voting. So all the members can remove the speaker of the legislative assembly. Okay, the speaker does not vacate his office when the assembly is dissolved. He continues to be the speaker until the ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சிட்டிங் ஆஃப் நியூ அசம்பிளி. ஒரு அசம்பிளி கூடி இருக்கப்போ ஒரு இடையில வந்து எழுப்பி போகக்கூடாது. அந்த அசம்பிளி முடிகிற வரைக்கும் அந்த ஸ்பீக்கர் வந்து அந்த அசம்பிளியில் தான் என்ன செய்யணும், இருக்கணும். வைல் த ஆஃபீஸ் ஆஃப் த ஸ்பீக்கர் இஸ் வேக்கண்ட், இந்த டெப்டி ஸ்பீக்கர் பெர்ஃபார்ம்ஸ் இஸ் ஃபங்க்ஷன். அவர் ஏதாவது லீவில் இருந்தாலும் எங்கேயாவது போயிருந்தாலும் அந்த டைமில் தான் டெப்டி ஸ்பீக்கர் வந்து அந்த ஆஃபீஸில் என்ன செய்யணும், ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆகணும். ஓகே, நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் legislative council, which is called the upper house. Okay, the legislative council is the upper house of the state legislature. The Vidhan Parishads Legislative Council forms a part of the state legislatures of India. In 6 of India's 26 states, the Legislative Council serves as the indirectly elected upper house of the bicameral legislature. It is also a permanent house because it cannot be dissolved. இது வந்து ஒரு நிலையான ஹவுஸ். ஓகே, அது அப்பர் ஹவுஸ் நிலையான ஹவுஸ், அது எப்போதுமே கழிக்கப்படாது. எவ்ரி மெம்பர் ஆஃப் த லெஜிஸ்லேட்டிவ் கவுன்சில் சர்வ்ஸ் ஃபார் 6 years term, which terms staggered so that the terms of 1/3 of members expire every 2 years. Every 2 years once அந்த மெம்பர்ஸில் வந்து 6/3, ஓகே 1/3, 3 பேரில் ஒருத்தங்களை வந்து என்ன செய்வாங்க, அவங்க டேட் எக்ஸ்பைரி ஆயிரும், அதுக்கு பதிலாக நியூ மெம்பர்ஸை செலக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஓகே, to the legislative council. For the legislative council, 1/3 of the members are elected by the local bodies. Okay, and 1/12 of the members are elected by graduates of the universities in the states. It is state university la vandu yaarlam graduate aayiruvangalo avangala vandu members select பண்ணுவாங்க. 1/12 of members are elected by the graduate teachers and 1/3 of the members are elected by the members of the legislative assembly. ஓகே, லெஜிஸ்லேட்டிவ் கவுன்சிலுக்கு வந்து இந்த மெம்பர்ஸ்லாம் லோக்கல் பாடிஸ்லேருந்து 1/3 ஆஃப் மெம்பர்ஸ் செலக்ட் ஆகுதாங்க. 1/12 மெம்பர்ஸ் வந்து கிராஜுவேட்ஸ், யூனிவர்சிட்டி கிராஜுவேட்ஸ், 1/12 மெம்பர்ஸ் டீச்சர்ஸ், 1/3 ஆஃப் த மெம்பர்ஸ் வந்து மெம்பர்ஸ் ஆஃப் த லெஜிஸ்லேட்டிவ் அசம்பிளி அண்ட் 1/6 இஸ் நாமினேட்டட் பை த கவர்னர். ஓகே, ஹூ ஆர் த excellence in the social, art and cooperation services. Okay, sorry, before seeing the functions of the legislature, you have to know about the chairman. Okay, page number 264, you see that the chairman is the presiding officer of the upper house. The members select a chairman and deputy chairman from among themselves. In the absence of the chairman, the deputy chairman officiate the functions of the legislative council. So already we have seen the legislative assembly, the speaker and deputy speaker. Yes, and if there is no speaker, if the speaker is absent, that time the deputy speaker will function. Yes or no? The same in the legislative council, the chairman and vice chairman will be there. Okay, the deputy chairman will be there. So if the chairman is absent, in that time the deputy chairman will function the legislative council. And the next one is abolition of creation of legislative council. Article 169 deals with the creation or abolition of legislative council in a state. Article 169 holds that if the state legislative assembly passes a resolution by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members present and voting and by the majority of total strength of the house, requesting the parliament to create or abolish the state legislative council, then the parliament may be law provide for the abolition of the creation and the legislative council. பார்லிமெண்ட்லேருந்து ஏதாவது ஒரு அந்த லெஜிஸ்லேட்டிவ் கவுன்சிலை வந்து நியூவாக மேக் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு வந்து சட்டம் இயற்றினாங்கன்னா மட்டுமே அது வந்து புதுவதாக உருவாக்கப்படும். அதர்வைஸ் தட் இஸ் த பெர்மனண்ட் ஹவுஸ். ஓகே. Then functions of the legislature. What are the functions? Legislative powers, financial powers and controls over the executive. Legislative powers. The state legislature can pass laws on all subjects mentioned in the state list as per the constitution. It can also pass laws on concurrent subjects. The state made law in a concurrent subject will become inoperative when the center also passes a law on the same subject. Every bill passes through 3 readings, then it becomes an act with the governor's assent. So the legislative powers, எல்லா பில்லுமே 3 times செக் பண்ணி அவங்க வந்து கவர்மெண்ட்டை என்ன செய்யணும், சைன் வாங்கணும். தென் ஃபினான்ஷியல் பவர்ஸ். The legislature controls the finances of the state. The lower house enjoys greater power than the upper house in money matters. Money bills can be introduced only in the lower house or in the assembly. No new tax can be levied without the sanction and permission of the assembly. அந்த மணி டிபார்ட்மெண்ட், மணி பில் எல்லாமே ரெடி பண்ணுறது லோவர் ஹவுஸ். ஏதாவது நியூவாக டேக்ஸ் மேக் பண்ணணும்னா அவங்க வந்து அந்த அசம்பிளியில் வந்து கன்சல்ட் பண்ணிட்டு தான் நியூ டேக்ஸை வந்து இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ணணும். ஓகே. தென் கண்ட்ரோல்ஸ் ஓவர் த எக்ஸிக்யூட்டிவ். The Council of Ministers is responsible to the Assembly. The ministers have to answer questions asked by the members of the legislature. They can be removed from office if the Assembly passes a vote no confidence motion. No confidence motionங்கிறது மூலமாக எந்த ஒரு மினிஸ்டர்ஸும் அந்த அசம்பிளியிலேருந்து என்ன செய்யலாம், ரிமூவ் பண்ணப்படலாம். ஓகே. அந்த எல்லா மினிஸ்டர்ஸுமே அந்த லெஜிஸ்லேச்சர்லேருந்து கேட்குற எல்லா கொஸ்டின்ஸுக்கும் ஆன்சர் பண்ணணும். ஓகே. தென் judiciary of state, high courts. The institution of high court originated in India in 1862 when the high courts were set up at Calcutta, Bombay and Madras. So in the beginning time only high courts were there in Calcutta, Bombay and Madras. Okay. So each province in British India came to have its own high court. After 1950, a high court existing in a province became the high court for the corresponding state. The high courts are the highest courts at state level. State level இருக்கிறதுலே high court வந்து high court தான் வந்து ஒரு highest court. Okay, districtல district court. Got it? Then countryல supreme court. Jurisdiction and powers of high court. Okay, so before seeing the jurisdiction and powers of high court, before that what we have seen about the high courts we have seen, is or no? So in high court, do you know it is given in the book page number 265. You see there the High Court of Madras is the one of the 3 high courts in India established in the 3 presidency towns of Bombay, Calcutta and Madras. In the ancient period it was made by the British, yes or no? So Bombay, Calcutta and Madras only high courts were made by letters patent granted by Queen Victoria bearing date 26 June 1862. The High Court building is the second largest judicial complex in the world after London. So London is the first place and second place. You see that the High Court building is the second largest judicial complex in the world. Greatest building, yes or no? Okay. Then at present there are 25 courts are there, high courts are there in 28 states. Okay, including New Andhra Pradesh High Court established in 1st January 2019 at principal seat in Amravati. Okay, and 9 union territories. So for 28 states and 9 union territories there are 25 high courts are there. Got it? So in Andhra Pradesh newly one high court established on January 2019. Okay, then we are going to see the jurisdiction and powers of high court. Okay, the original jurisdiction. In their judicial capacity, the high courts of the presidency towns Bombay, Calcutta and Madras have both original and appellate jurisdiction, while other high courts have mostly appellate jurisdiction. Okay, So the original jurisdiction. What is that? Original jurisdiction. So in original jurisdiction, the Bombay, Calcutta and Madras have only the original and appellate jurisdiction. All the other high courts have only the appellate jurisdiction, not original jurisdiction. Got it? அதாவது சென்னை, பாம்பே, கல்கத்தாவில் இருக்க அந்த ஹை கோர்ட்ஸ் மட்டும்தான் அவங்களுக்கு வந்து எல்லா அதிகாரங்களுமே இருக்குது. ஆனால் மற்ற ஹை கோர்ட்ஸ்க்கு வந்து மேல்முறையீடுகள் டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ஸ் கோர்ட்லேருந்து வர கேசஸை மட்டும் பார்க்குறதுக்குரிய அதிகாரங்கள் மட்டும்தான் இருக்குது மற்ற கோர்ட்ஸ்க்கு. ஓகே, ஒன்லி இன் மேட்டர்ஸ் ஆஃப் admiralty, probate, matrimonial and contempt of court, they have original jurisdiction. Then appellate jurisdiction as courts of appeal. All high courts entertain appeals in civil and criminal cases from their subordinate courts as well as on their own. They have, however, no jurisdiction, only tribunals established under the laws relating to the armed forces of the country. Next one is writ jurisdiction. Under Article 226 of the Constitution, the High Courts are given powers of issuing writs not only for the enforcement of the fundamental rights but also for other purposes. In exercise of this power, a court may issue the same type of writs, orders and directions which the Supreme Court is empowered to issue under Article 32. The jurisdiction to issue writs under this article is larger in the case of High Courts, for which the Supreme Court can issue them only where fundamental rights has been infringed. A High Court can issue them not only in such cases but also where an ordinary legal rights has been infringed. It has the power to issue the 5 kinds of writs. Okay, so there are 5 kinds of writs are introduced. Okay, they are habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, quo warranto, certiorari. Page number 266, first para it is given, underline it, very important. Habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, quo warranto, certiorari. Okay, so after the supervisory jurisdiction I will explain about the habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, quo warranto and certiorari. So we will go to the supervisory jurisdiction. Okay, and before that, so writs. Habeas corpus. Habeas corpus means ஒருத்தர் வந்து கோர்ட்டில், அதாவது போலீஸ் ஸ்டேஷனில் வந்து ஒருத்தருக்கு பதிலாக மாற்றி யாரையாவது கொண்டு போய் வச்சுட்டாலோ இல்லைன்னா அவர் எந்த தப்புமே பண்ணாமல் அவரை வச்சாலோ நம்ம வந்து கோர்ட்டில் வந்து அப்பீல் பண்ணுறது மூலமாக அவரை வந்து கோர்ட்டுக்கு முன்னாடி என்ன செய்வாங்க, கொண்டு வருவாங்க. அதுதான் எனது ஹேபியஸ் கார்பஸ். ஓகே, நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் மேண்டமஸ். அதாவது ஏதாவது ஒரு ஒர்க் வந்து ஏதாவது கம்ப்ளைண்ட் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க, அந்த ஒர்க் வந்து ஸ்டாப் ஆகிருக்கும். அதை வந்து அந்த கேஸை வந்து மூவ் பண்ணாமல் வச்சுருப்பாங்க. அந்த கேஸை மூவ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு மேண்டமாஸுங்கிறத நம்ம அப்பீல் பண்ணோன்னா அவங்க வந்து ஏதாவது ஒரு கவர்மெண்ட் ஆஃபீஸில் வந்து ஏதாவது ஒர்க் வந்து ஸ்டாப் ஆகிருந்துச்சு, அவங்க வந்து அந்த ஃபைலை மூவ் பண்ணாமல் இருந்தாங்கன்னா நம்ம இதை பண்ணுறது மூலமாக, அந்த மேண்டமாஸ் வந்து அப்பீல் பண்ணுறது மூலமாக அந்த ஒர்க்கை வந்து நடக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து அந்த ஹைகோர்ட் வந்து என்ன செய்யும், ப்ரெஷர் கொடுக்கும். ஓகே, நெக்ஸ்ட் ப்ராகிபிஷன். ப்ராகிபிஷன்னா இந்த டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் கோர்ட்ஸ் எல்லாமே அவங்களுடைய லிமிட்டில் என்ன செய்யணும், ஒர்க் பண்ணணும், அதை தாண்டி செயல்படாமல் தடுக்கிறது தான் ப்ராகிபிஷன். கோ வாரண்டோ மீன்ஸ் யாராவது வந்து ஒரு பொது பதவி, ஏதாவது ஒரு காமன் எம்ப்ளாயராக இருக்கிறவங்க வந்து அதுக்குரிய பதவிக்கு தகுதி இல்லாமல் யாராவது இருந்தாங்கன்னா அவங்கள வந்து ஸ்டாப் பண்ணுறது தான் கோ வாரண்டோ. நெக்ஸ்ட்டு செட்டியோரினா அதாவது கீழே வந்து நீதிமன்றங்கள், டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் கோர்ட்ஸ்லேருந்து மேல்முறையீடுகளுக்காக வருகிற அந்த எல்லா எவிடன்ஸ் எல்லாத்தையுமே என்ன செஞ்சிடணும், உயர் நீதிமன்றம் ஹை கோர்ட்ஸ் வந்து அதை வாங்கணும், கேட்டு என்ன செய்யணும், வாங்கணும். ஓகே, ஸோ தீஸ் ஆல் ஆர் தேர். ஓகே, த ஹேபியஸ் கார்பஸ், மேண்டமஸ், ப்ராகிபிஷன், quo warranto and certiorari. Okay, then we have to see about the supervisory jurisdiction. So high courts has the power of superintendence over all courts and tribunals functioning in its territorial jurisdiction. Call for returns from them. First one is make and issue general rules and prescribe forms for regulating the practice and proceedings of them. Prescribe forms in which books entries and accounts are to be kept by them and settle the fees payable to the sheriff, clerks, officers and legal practitioners of them. Okay, then court of record. All the decisions and decrees issued by the court are printed and are kept as court record for future references by the court as well as by the lawyers in such need arises. Thus it is also called as a court of records. All the records should be kept in the as a printed record. Is no ella records me வந்து கோர்ட்ல வந்து ரெக்கார்டா வச்சிருப்பாங்க. Is in school also we keep record for your quarterly mark, halfly mark, your annual mark, last year annual mark, everything are there in the school as record. Is no, so when you see the record you can know about your previous class marks, everything. Is no, so like that the record should be there in the high courts as a printed copies for the future references. Got it? It is should be made by as well as the lawyers. The lawyers should made the records, everything. Got it? So in book you see that the statue is given, statue of Samanidi Konda Cholan. Okay, Samanidi Kanda Cholan in Madras High Court it is there. Okay, this is the highest court. Is the very largest judicial part. Already we have seen. Is no. Then, so from this lesson, we have seen the governor is the constitutional head of the state executive. The chief minister is appointed by the governor of the state. The council of ministers are collectively responsible for the state legislature. The legislative assembly is the real center of power in the state. At present, there are 25 high courts for 28 states and 9 union territories are there. We have completed. Okay, so this lesson has completed. Okay, so from this lesson you have learned many things. So we are going to write the homework now. Homework. Today homework is answer the brief questions. What is the importance of the governor of a state? What are the qualifications for the appointment of governor? What is the original jurisdiction of the high court? What do you understand by the appellate jurisdiction of the high court? So these all are the questions you have to write as homework. Okay, as well as you have to practice map which was given in the yesterday class, which map was given, the same map you have to practice today also. What are the maps are given, practice very well. Got it? Do your work, everyday study, don't sit simply. Okay, writing is not your main work, you have to study. Okay, write everything. Already I have told you, whatever you write you have to study and write, don't copy and write. Okay, if you copy and write, there is no use. Yes or no? The first standard student they'll write. Yes or no? If there is any use, there is no use. Yes or no? So if you study and write, you can get the fruits. Yes or no? So exam will come. Okay, surely exam will be there. So prepare for the exam, study every day. Every subject you have to spend for little time so that you can study everything. This if you keep all together, you can study all together within a very short period. Yes or no? So study everything. We will see the next class tomorrow.